Ba-ba-bum. Hello, welcome to QA Game Jam. I'm Wordsy. I'm gonna get through this intro. I ate spaghetti. It's Morbin time. These are my two friends, Zara
Hello.
and TT.
But
Correct. Okay. The schedule says that we are supposed to play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So we are going to play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I hope you're ready for a high energy stream. Please enter the current time. To
Time is it?
8:36 p.m. where I am sitting.
I think you're wrong.
Damn it. Don't disrespect me like this.
4:20.
Something's wrong. Oh no, I can't play the game.
Oh no.
Is this a bit or is
No.
this
The game went away.
Truly meta.
Oh no,
no,
wait,
like
it
is this an in-game
no,
bit?
it relaunched the game. What is happening? God damn it. This is not the time for this.
Game's playing with us already.
I'm closing it. What the fuck?
The game is matching us.
It's
Okay.
best Stanley Parable stream could have started, really.
It couldn't have begun any better.
Never make it.
We'll never get to the end.
Never ever.
Okay. What time is it? 8:38. 8. Wait a minute. I'm gonna wait till 8:39 so I can get as close as possible. That's unnecessary, but hey, this is the high energy stream.
I do that.
We're going nuts. You got me, TT, and Zara, and it's about to get fucking crazy. You know, between between the normal jam crew, three of us have very generally low energy delivery for speaking.
Yeah, that's true.
See how much of like a spark Fiona brings.
It's a different kind of spark. You're full of energy? Oh, sick. I'm so glad you're... Oh, it's 39. Shit, I missed it. Confirm. Most of the day, that's how much... I mean, that's way more energy than I have. 8:39 p.m., my favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? I didn't give you the time. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious. How accurate 8:39 p.m. is? Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 8:39 p.m.? I guess it's like a second less accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new
Go
ones.
to White Castle.
Aw, shit, never. Eaten a slider before in my life. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game. Do I have to close the game again?
I've never eaten a slider either.
Ah! That's probably fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious what this slider bullshit's about, so we'll do it.
Let's find out.
We're going to be exploring all the avenues today. That's right, on Game Jam, High Energy Edition. Get your deck wet.
Well,
No, get your deck wet, TT. Don't disagree.
we need to workshop these slogans a bit more.
There's no time to workshop. Let's see. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. That's barely visible. I guess that's slightly... Does it have to be like... I have to make it out as a computer? I can make that out as a computer. Confirm. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends.
Excellent.
Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh, they fucking got us. That's number 9, right?
It is.
Alright. That is also
the number 9. I guess that was the Roman numeral 9.
Yes, it is not the number 9. Okay. So that is the number 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. There you go. I'm pretty moderate. Which of these two made-up words is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or scrumtush?
Scrumtush, definitely.
TT, any weight on this one?
In the interest of not requiring it, I would lean the other way, so it's up to you, Words.
Ah. Okay, I immediately need to ask, because this is what this stream is. Why both of you? What about these words? Like, because scrumtish, I think, is where my eyes went first, but that's because it makes me think of cromulent, or whatever that fucking word is, because it sounds like a fake word somebody would say in a TV show. Occuboinkle sounds like something I would hear in Adventure Time.
Yeah, Occuboinkle feels like a fake word. Scrumtush could exist.
This just sounds like you're mispronouncing scrumptious.
Yeah.
That is... Okay. Well, I'm going to stay in the middle. Please don't adjust the slider. You got it. Do you know what time it is right now? 8:43, yes. Is the time that is right now the correct time? Yes.
Time.
What is time anyway?
Yes.
Well, time isn't anything, right?
Time is a thing that you hang on the wall or wear it on your wrist.
Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Absolutely. I'm very sad. Help. Yes.
No.
Will you come back to... Yes! Close. Open. Discord screen share. Holy crap. Okay. You there? What time is it? 8:44. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. So I've adjusted all the game settings to exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon.
Bye.
Hi, welcome to Game Jam QA.
Anyway.
This is Stanley Parable, the Ultra Deluxe.
Let's start playing the game.
The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading never. I don't remember anything about this game. I remember something.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes.
Yeah, I also only played this like
Stanley
briefly.
worked for a company in
427.
this building where he was employee number
Where he-
427. 427's
Horse
job
game.
was simple. He sat at his
Yep.
desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him
That is
through a monitor.
just the Half-Life 2 model.
Yep.
Buttons to push,
Gordon
how
Froman.
to push them, and in what order. This
Ah.
is what
No, I think
employee
it's
427 did
male
every
number
day
1.
of every month of every year. And
Well, I mean,
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
relished every moment that the orders
there was a webcomic that I read years ago that was about
Concerned?
was happy.
it was about
And then one day,
what was it?
something very peculiar
It was male one.
Sorry.
something
Asking
that
the
would
name.
forever
Oh,
change
I think so. Maybe I don't remember.
something he would never quite figure
Zara was not saying that the topic was
Read this
concerning.
No,
to him.
yeah, it was called Concerned. It was about Gordon Froman.
single
Yes.
order had
Yeah.
arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I thought it was
Yeah,
very
it was-
funny.
It was a really good comic. It was like super popular back in those days.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So this game has a bunch of endings, and I remember some of them. This is one of them, I think.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Yeah. All right, so there's that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, I don't remember much about this game.
I remember a little bit from my time playing, and I usually remember most things. So like he really wants us to go meet our coworkers, but there is something we can do in here that I don't exactly remember how to. This is it.
I remember jumping out the window.
Yes. Made it.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary, the nature of video game structure, and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
You can't stop me, video game.
There once was a man named Stanley. people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind
Kinda
of glutton.
shaky for a limerick.
A little bit.
But his brain had long ceased to function.
Got him. Bars.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
It's me. I'm unbearable. You can't bear me.
The first time you played this Words, did you do all 4 hours of the baby game?
Yes.
Yeah, tracks.
Why?
I'm not surprised.
Do you know it switches sides if you it makes a different button?
Yeah. I haven't played it that long, but I've seen it.
This whole thing is this guitar track in the background is just
This
making me
game,
think that one Red Letter Media Best of the Worst intro.
The worm one with.
Yeah.
I got a worm. In
Yeah,
my-
yeah.
What a fucking episode.
Yeesh.
I still like their stuff, but I do understand why people don't watch it.
Oh no, I think it's fucking funny. I just don't want to get into
Mhm.
it on stream.
That's fine. Hey, listen, we're standing in front of a white void. Like, what better
Like
time?
I don't I don't really watch any of their stuff other than
Mm.
Best of the Worst, whichever form it may take.
I watch Half in the Bag.
I don't know. I find them funny at an arm's distance.
Mm-hmm.
I really only watch Best of the Worst and that one fucking we're going to go over all of the hilarious details of Darth Vader's suit video.
That one's pretty good. I watch I like Half in the Bag because they usually talk about like things I've never heard about before. I am in a box. Yeah, like there's
Half in the Bag seems mostly to be like whatever recently came out.
they have like catch up videos where they talk about things like that. You think they're just gonna keep us here? I actually don't remember this ending. If it's just outside of the bounds. Oh, you could still make clicking noises.
I really feel like Wordsy playing this game is kind of a unstoppable force meeting an immovable object situation.
I had the idle thought that I feel like this is the kind of game that Words would power through spite.
It's one of them. It is absolutely one of them. I'm so in the interest of, because we have people watching. Hi, Gopher. Zaratiti, would one of you mind pulling up endings for Stanley Parable? So just to make sure we're not actually just gonna sit here for, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because I know the guitar eventually stops, but I don't remember if this is literally everything here.
Oh boy, there's the button.
Because I... You're along the right for sitting here for a few hours. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. It's tired solidarity.
Is this where the couch is going to be now?
Hi, this is the couch. We're here to talk about TT. What's your favorite game of all time?
It's a tough question. Right now, I can't think of anything other than Mass Effect because it's literally playing in front of me right now.
That's very fair. I know when I was thinking of,
Probably not my favorite, but I like it.
when I was thinking of a couch episode to you, because I know there's always the meme of every Nintendo Direct. You're like, and Chibi-Robo. Like I don't know if that's
Fun
actually
game.
your favorite game.
I should learn how to redacted games so I can play the ones that are literally not available anymore.
Ah, yes. You should learn how to Yahar, so that you can play the games that you can't find.
Okay, this is all that you're getting out of this. Nothing else
Alrighty.
happens.
Begin the
This
game
is
again.
one of the endings.
Boop.
But yeah.
We're beginning the game again. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Bing,
be?
bing, bing, bing,
Stanley
bing.
decided to go to the
Bing.
meeting room.
Uh,
Perhaps he had simply missed a
Chibi
moment.
Robo does come to
No
mind.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
Fly
find a
Goopers
trace
also
of his
hold a
co-worker.
very
Oh.
special place for me.
That would have been a pretty good one. Damn. So I did 2 of those episodes with Sarah, and my computer died, so they're gone actually. But those are cool games. I had never heard of, honestly, and I was very.
What were they? Are you keeping that in the pocket to try and redo them?
We can talk about them. I'm sure Sarah has another game that's pretty cool. Awaiting
Probably.
input. I've received input. It was a Star Wars. It was like an old NES game, Star Wars, right? Or
Super Nintendo. Super Return of the Jedi. Specifically.
yes, which was
Stanley went around touching every little
pretty
thing in the office,
funny.
but it didn't make a single
I mean,
difference.
yeah, it's kind of a silly game now, but it's one of the few Super Nintendo games that we actually owned as a family.
And then we also played Vanguard something.
Vanguard Bandits.
Vanguard Bandits, which was like this mecha anime like battler. Which,
Yeah, it was a tactical RPG that was based in like medieval times, but with mechs.
yes, it ruled.
It has a permanent place in my brain from playing it when I was a kid, even though like no one ever talks about it.
When
No one ever
Stanley
knows what
noticed
it is.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's get the normal ending. Why don't we?
It was known as Epica Stella in Japan.
Yes, I looked up a little bit about it before we did it. I think from doing those 2 like playthroughs of things, like the record it individually version was preferable to me.
Yet there was not a single person there
Because
either.
the stream version's fine, but the
Stanley
distraction of an
decided to go
audience
up to his
is
boss's office, hoping
Yeah.
he would
hard.
find an answer there.
What door did you take?
The left one. I'm on the path to do the normal ending.
Okay.
Just the Stanley Parable ending. A
I
lot
have a
of
flow chart in front of me, so
Ooh, that'll be fun. Using slides for things. Everyone is unique. Most of all you. Sick. I'm unique. We gotta come back here later.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I remember getting an ending in this game where, like, just there's no narration, all the sound cuts out, and you kind of leave. I get the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course, so that's barely a purse. This feels like it's
What?
new. I don't know. I don't remember seeing
Okay.
that back there. The beige pages. These pages is pages. That's the boss's office. Yeah, this is almost certainly new.
it is a picture of a panda with a gun pointed at its head.
Business strategery. Take a picture of that. Alright, this is all stuff we'll have to... I am the most expensive boss. Look at our boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known it.
You know what is... There was a thing... So I recently played through Borderlands 3. And one of those was the Western DLC. I can't recall the name of it at the moment.
Western.
On Gehenna.
Oh, yeah, the blood and thing with Juno,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was a very
And
good
amazingly
DLC.
for Borderlands, it showed restraint by only having the narrator reveals something directly to the player character once.
Yes, which was very good. I really liked that bit. That's a pit, right? I'll fall down. No. I thought I'd fall down.
Elevator.
It's a elevator. Oh my god. Stanley, what are we doing? That
Gotta get Stanley back.
that whole DLC was so good, and the narrator was also very, very good.
Yeah.
Made me think of Bastion, and
Very much so, yeah.
I think I just like that style of game because to me it screams the devs really put a lot of work and thought into the world.
Yeah.
Because they have so many instances of like, oh, the devs actually thought a player might do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Ah, we'll do it.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Television screens.
What horrible secret did this
He said
place
that
hold?
weird, didn't he?
Stanley
Yes, he did.
himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
All right, we're learning a story. We're doing it.
Doing it.
Doing it well, Taco Bell. Ah! Surveillance.
While the monitors jumped
Ah, he got fired.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this
Gonna be
place
stuck in my
where
head now.
freedom meant nothing.
Represent Taco Burrito Shell Taco.
I forgot. We're 27 something. 274, right? So we're like in this row. Right there, right? That's us. Do it again. I want to see what's the shows. That's just a stairwell. Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
I
Was
am
this the only
right
reason
now.
He was happy with his boring job?
Yeah.
That his emotions had been
So-
manipulated to accept it blindly.
There are lots of games that talk about the player being in control of the character, and they do it with varying levels of tact and like
Was it even possible?
Yeah.
actual like
Truly spent his entire
intelligence, I
life
guess.
utterly blind
Maroon
to the
versus,
world.
say, Illbleed.
Yeah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the
What if you're the
operation
murderer?
controls
Something
labeled
must
with
have
emotions,
possessed you to
happy,
purchase and play this
sad,
game.
or content.
Ah.
Walking, eating,
I think the
working,
exact, like, it's a murder
monitoring
mystery
this very
episode, like,
And as the
part of
cold
that game.
reality of his past began to
And,
sink in,
like, you get to choose who you think the murderer is, and one of the options is just you. Like, clearly purchasing and playing this game is a sign of deviancy, is the reasoning.
I can't believe you're a monster who played a video game, you idiot. Who is
It's like in
killer? Man.
Spec Ops, the line where
Illbleed
The
is
game-
exactly like Spec Ops The Line.
well, it's like the game forces you into making like horrible like decisions with horrible consequences, and then later chastises you for it.
I can't believe you
It's
killed
like-
all those people. What the fuck?
Yeah, like it's just
You're the greatest
well,
boss.
it's weird.
Alright, so 3 is...
It's an interesting game, but it's strange.
3... Can I run? Is there a sprint button? So we got 1, we got 2, 3 is over there. I want nothing to do with it. I'm Marlo Briggs. Out of here.
Okay.
I love Marlo Briggs. 5 is there. Where's 4?
All I know is that when Marlo Briggs unleashes his ice attack, he unironically says, "Freeze, motherfucker."
Yep, that's why Marlo Briggs is the best. Up there, I think that's number 4. Yeah, that's number 4. We gotta climb the stairs. But I think it's locked. It is locked off. Alright. Into the power facility. Let's do it. I've never played Illbleed, despite it being on one of my favorite consoles of all time.
Killer Man, Illbleed's mysterious murderer.
Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
That Killer Man
he
is
knew
a
it was his
strange,
duty, his
a strange
obligation,
move,
to put an end
referring
this
to someone
horrible
firing a
race
handgun.
and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know, Mr. Brighton. No.
Yes.
Oh,
He had
I
won.
did it.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
But I haven't.
Freedom was mere moments away.
On 2 levels.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
Words, have you seen the vid on Twitter that the developers posted of, like, they recorded the narrator doing a Pickle Rick funniest shit I've ever seen?
No.
I saw that Twitter post pop up multiple times, but I never actually watched it.
It's pretty good.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
No, he gets into it laughing, but otherwise, yes, pretty much exactly that.
That rules.
Right now, the things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
We Stanley the Parable.
We stand.
Beat the game, achievement unlocked. We did it. Alright.
All of
Any
his
words?
co-workers were gone.
Yep.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
What's
the
up?
meeting room.
What? Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna ask Mass Effect OC stuff, but
Yeah, no, ask me. Yo, we are doing a Stanley Parable stream. You know what we're gonna do multiple times? This same walk down this hallway. Feel free to talk.
When Stanley
Like-
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Go ahead, dude. Yeah.
Frostine feels like a sorry because space elves, but it'd have to be a theoretical version of Mass Effect where Asari aren't all the exact same body type.
Truly
Where they're not all just hot blue lady.
It really been worth
Hot,
the detour
conventionally
after all,
hot
just to
blue
spend a few
lady.
moments
Yeah.
in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Fuck off.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Word. That's
And I
fine.
guess BZ could be a fucked up.
Stanley was so bad at
AI?
following directions,
That'd be cool.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion will cause death. Penalty from use of cargo lift, $1,000. $5,000 if you die.
Big J as Krogan raised by Vorcha seems pretty on the nose.
Alright.
Or
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
That'd be fun,
I
actually.
realize that investing in your
I mean,
trust
but
in
his
someone else can be
kobolds
difficult,
weren't.
but the fact is
Vorcha are
that the
kind of
story
just
has been about
goblins.
nothing but you
Yeah.
all this time.
Vorcha
Someone
are
you've been neglecting,
cool,
Stanley.
but I was always a little
Someone
wary
you've
of them.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
Don't they only live for like 30 years?
Yeah, they don't live for very long.
Something like that. Like, I think they're like slightly below Solarians, who are like lucky to get past 40.
Mhm.
Yeah.
her back into your life. She's been waiting.
But the other end of that is that like they can literally like
You need to be the
perfectly
one
adapt
do
to
it.
injury or environment
You
once in
can't-
their lives,
Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
because they've just
You
got
actually
like
chose incorrectly.
bundles of
How
stem
did you know
cells
that
all
was
around their
possible?
body.
Let me-
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
I
a
imagined
mistake, Stanley. Picks up the phone.
maybe as probably Quarian,
Pledge themselves
just
to
a
Really?
really big one.
in, fade to white, real
Yeah.
praise.
And Godric as
Due to like agrarian developments, maybe.
mhm.
None of these decisions was
I wanted
anything.
because they live on ships normally. I wanted her to be like the daughter of a giant flying like forest or garden or something on a ship.
Don't believe it. How'd I not notice
That'd
it
be really cool.
sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
You're not even a real person.
I can't believe
I am not a human being or a
This is
regular
why you
person.
would have made correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
If you think that you can see me, well, you're probably not certain. I'll probably kill you because I'm Zebek and I'm probably a curtain.
Completely ignored even the most
What you doing,
basic
bud?
safety protocol.
There's a One Piece rap that I really like, and it's Blackbeard is screaming at you that he's not a human being or a regular person. It's really funny.
Educate you properly in safe decision making in the real world.
Like that's fine and all. I feel like I have an unfair like not. I'm fine with it, but like I have a tendency to dismiss that kind of things because I think I have a low tolerance for like
He could invent a machine that
feel for
eliminates
songs.
food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years
I like
of
them
hard
because
work
I
to clean
find
out
them
real.
to be
Which choice would
harder
you
to
make?
do than normal rap
Remember that on
because
my
it is
ear, the real
a
world
specific
exists, and at no
form
time
of
should
hip
you
hop,
make a
but
choice that
also
does not conform
it
to
is from the
rational
point of
logic.
view of the
If you find
character,
yourself
which is
siding
often
with a
very
person who
fun.
does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person
Sure,
is
I
not
just
real.
have yet to
Allow the person to finish
kill
their
my
thought,
inner sense
then
of
provide an
cringe.
excuse why you cannot continue
There's
talking.
a Pokemon rap that
Turn
I've
to
been
a
listening
partner
to
and
that's
practice
been
saying,
really
"My
really
goodness,
fun. It's
is
about all
it
legendary
4:30?
Pokemon,
I'm supposed
and
to be having a back
Mewtwo
Saturday
has the
crack."
best verse on it.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
All right.
I had an idea, but I don't want to
Notice
necessarily.
this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
I feel like it could be a thing, but also that it might not be a thing, and that I don't know. Commenting on Big J felt weird enough because Pio's not here, and like I don't want to do the same with like. What about this for the Thorson sisters and?
I mean, fair enough. That's why I like doing my thing where I'm like, all right, everybody, I'm gonna make characters I think you might make. Oh, hi, Pio.
Oh, hello.
Well. Interesting.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't
Oh, they
have you
put-
jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, this shit's about to get stupid.
It seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Ah, ring that Elden, baby. Yeah, yeah. I was getting ball bearings earlier today because I was wanting to do some things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just nebulous ball bearing things?
In Elden Ring, the ball bearings are the shops.
Okay. Yeah, like if you words told me in real life you just had the thought to acquire ball bearing.
Expire ball bearings.
I gotta get them.
You understand why I would.
No, I get it. It's like my whole kind of my steez. I have a very peculiar steez.
Peculiar Steez is the name of your next tabletop character.
It's a group. We are peculiar steez.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave
Peculiar steez nuts.
Got 'em.
responsibly
And always
putting
putting.
the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that?
No.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're too
No.
late.
Alright, I just gotta go to the left door. Oh, that didn't do anything this time. How unfortunate for me. Alright, what was it right there?
Stanley.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Oh.
Left here like so much garbage.
I don't know. Some
It's
idea about
worthless now.
fucking
And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be
Grace
worth
being
it to know
human.
that my story is now
Oh, my
incorrect?
being
How could I go
sorry.
back to that?
Mhm.
I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever saw this.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be fun?
Oh, there's a crouch button.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm an adult.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
I'm gonna get a run up
Just
on it.
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making.
That's pretty funny.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices
That pause
are
is really
actually
good.
meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh,
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate.
Interesting.
as a result of narrative contradiction, but not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision
Hey, that one game, what was it, Liminal, came out after this, right?
Superliminal, yeah. I believe it did. It was
Were you also
very...
getting a little bit of vibes there?
A little bit. I really like that game. I played it again recently, like last year, and I spam Reddit because I remembered all the puzzle solutions.
Words, did you ever play? Did you ever play the game Antichamber?
No, I haven't. I heard, so I might like it a lot.
Yeah, you probably would.
Really, I thought that...
It's weird.
What is that? That feels like it came up on a game jam.
It's a
before.
puzzle game
QA.
that I never played.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game that has a lot to do with like non-Euclidean spaces and very outside the box thinking. It's older. It came out in like 2010 maybe. But
Okay.
it's pretty good. I almost did an LP of it way back in the day.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again.
But when I posted the video on Something Awful for feedback, someone told me it wasn't good, so I didn't do it.
Ah, fuck them.
All you need to do is behave exactly
Absolutely
as
fuck
Stanley
'em.
would. That
I mean,
means
yeah.
acting responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead.
Was a different time.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
If I was being a real piece of shit, I'd do it again. It hurts your brain a lot. That sounds like the game for me. I love having my brain meats hurt. Fuck me up.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yeah, it's a very
decided to go
brain-hurty
to his
game.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let me in. Let me in. I want to go in. You can't open it on this run. Damn it.
Coming to a
They won't let you go down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's really funny. It locks you in the path. Can you even go this way? No. The office is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Carte
And beyond all
Blanche featuring
probability,
Mont
he knew
Blanc.
the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
I can't
Please
talk.
speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm very sorry. It's not really my whole steez.
Okay,
Jared.
fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of
Claustrophobic, huh?
respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I mean, I still can't speak, so if you give me the same thing again, we're kind of boned.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh no.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would.
What?
That means choosing responsibly
Okay.
and always putting the story first.
Maybe we
I'm
gotta
quite
go
sure
right
you'll be
now?
up to the task.
Maybe.
Just
I'm gonna try
follow
left
me.
again.
Turn
See.
around.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
It just
doors,
kicked me back for
he
nothing that
entered the
time.
door on his left.
So we go left. It begins. It kicks up. I think it's gonna reset again if we get to there again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as
Oh,
Stanley would.
it's because I clicked on the door.
Choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Alright.
entered the door on his left.
I'll get back to the manager room and see if it does anything different. I can't do anything but what Stanley would do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No.
behave exactly as
Walking into that hallway resets
That means
it.
choosing responsibly and
Try going
always
the other way.
putting the
Yeah.
story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Just follow my lead.
You'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on his right.
No! Why did you do that?
All right.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
All right, we go back in the
Maybe
opposite
if you,
direction.
yeah.
I feel like we're good. We're good. It might be busted. It looks like it's fucked up.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out
Oh.
of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much
I can't walk.
garbage?
It's the lights. Ice.
And what am I supposed to do?
It's a glass.
Way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'm
Ah.
living with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do
We've
I
done this before.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
You gotta do it.
I have to.
It's the only way. Ah.
And you gotta do it.
And we're back here. With the red light that's gonna pop up. Right?
Oh,
Yep.
I'm here.
Huh.
I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought he was...
Begin the game again. Okay. Let's
How
mix.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
That's a different bit of dialogue.
Stanley.
What's Stanley? What's wrong with us among us?
No, well, okay.
Stanley. I want to hear Mr. Brighton yell "Sus among us."
Came to a set of 2 open
What if we?
doors.
Okay,
He entered this was not the correct way to
Right,
the meeting
so I
room,
go this
and
way.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Stanley realized he should stop standing around and get on with his tasks.
Wow.
this is a room.
This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experience, but eager to get back to business.
Sorry.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, bam.
And so he detoured through
What?
the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I've been really
Stanley
tempted
didn't want
to
go back to
fucking
the office. He wanted to wander about,
blow some of this
get back
overtime
on
money on a
track. So now in order to get back, he
collection
needed
of
to go,
printed webcomics that are
Hell yeah.
a very large and expensive collection. There's so much that exists of the fucking comic schlock mercenary,
no, it's
Yeah.
my mistake.
and
No,
it's got its ups and downs, but it's
why
got
would I have
some
ever said it
incredible
was to the right?
science,
Was I thinking?
world-building stuff.
It's clearly. Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I want to make a webcomic, but I don't know if I can do it
Down, right,
week to
left,
week.
down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes, I've got it now. This story
It
is
is
absolutely, definitely
an undertaking.
this way.
I bet,
Like,
man.
I've read through snippets. Like, I know I've read through the entire webcomic, but it's been a long time since I've read more than chunks of it at a time. And, like, if I had it in print, theoretically, that would push me to read through the whole thing again.
Here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. whole
The idea of a
story
long
completely unusual.
gun is fucking
How about rather than waste
very
our time
cool
trying
and
to
also
salvage this
terrifying.
nonsense, we'll just start the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track. Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If I remember correctly, also, because that's one ending, it just sends us back up here. It's certain. Oh,
What? No,
Pio, if you made a webcomic, I would read the shit out of that.
Everything should be. Well, did something
Yes, Schlock Mercenary is a webcomic that updated every day for 20 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
Somewhere or hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know. for
That's,
sure it's here somewhere.
Howard
Through a
Taylor,
literal.
right?
Okay then.
I'm sorry?
It's an
That's
adventure.
Howard Taylor, right?
Come,
I
Stanley.
believe so.
Find the
His
story.
name isn't exactly coming to me at the moment, but I believe that's correct.
I never read his webcomic, but I listened to the podcast that he did with like Brandon Sanderson for a while about writing. It was
Yeah, he got it
not bad.
updated even through the time, like, part of the building that his servers were hosted in literally exploded.
Oh my god.
Like, he set up a
I'll say,
blog in the
this is the
interim
worst
to
adventure
host it
I've
on.
ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely
Yeah,
was a
he's
story here before.
extremely committed,
We just
which
Yeah.
kudos to
start the
him.
game again. Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
Like,
There's gotta be better
also
than
the-
this. Okay,
Like,
let's
the
give it a shot,
the
why not?
70 maxims of mercenaries makes me want to play kind of a soldiery mercenary character in something
What could it mean?
that, like, follows
Stanley
them.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Maybe you can
Perhaps
play it
he'd
in my
simply
13th
missed
age
a
setting when I finally use it.
And when I have time to
Yeah,
play anything.
there's always one time. There's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
The halls have changed. Oh, fucking. Blaze it.
Nice.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
I feel like I'm gonna get
Is
axe
this the
murdered.
story? I don't think so.
A little bit.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work.
Yay.
And it really paid off. So,
We win.
Good job. Oh no,
You win.
I don't feel right about this.
You
You
win.
didn't put in any actual work.
A
Guitaruna.
WinRAR is you.
Win fair and square,
Me.
and this was not one of those situations.
I don't know anybody who's paid for WinRAR still,
I'm
to
getting
this day.
weirded out by whatever this
I
place
don't
says.
either.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Hang on. Do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Type face punch. One word.
FAC. Oh, in the computer?
If you can.
FACE. FACEPUNCH. Nothing?
Okay. I don't know how that works then. You might have to do it in like the Steam console.
Ah. Well, shift tilde. I don't know.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I feel like this isn't gonna work.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Employee number 6. Goddamn.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Tenured.
Yeah. Ooh. This is some Psychonauts ass music.
A little bit.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I'll take a screenshot.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line.
No.
We're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I've been watching a British X-Men show, which I think is pretty funny. And there's a character who he very often goes no, and I think he's very funny.
What a silly country.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
It broke in.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It left.
You're acknowledging it.
It left. It's fine.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Only me get juice. No confusion.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Wander in blackness, find a bookstore, get bored, and leave.
Consulted me. Why don't I get to decide?
After a long time, Stanley dies.
All of this.
Damn.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
You win.
Whatever it is that made this schedule, how would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Jesus Christ. That got me.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
4825, I believe, was the number. So...
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Okay.
Here. All right.
Alright, sure. Yeah, let's go down. Into the new content we will go. Goodbye, old content. It's time for the new content. This is already a different lighting engine, or like not engine. Like they use a different lighting
Hello, and thank you
situation.
for the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I could probably get back on that thing, but
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
oh man,
Never been
I put
more
my nose up against like the rock on the other side of an elevator. That shit burned it
Why?
because I was curious.
Wait, how?
I have
Oh,
to say, initial
I have a
impressions
question.
of Stanley Parable Ultra
How old are you?
Deluxe mostly genius. It's as if
23,
let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
somewhere around there. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's
No,
the jump
nothing
circle.
out of the ordinary.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Oh. Oh, you can't jump outside of it. Alright. Look at this new content. Hell yeah. I'm gonna keep 10 of them. Maybe I can use these jumps elsewhere.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say,
It'd be-
initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Add the asterisk.
Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Cool big void pit. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? So you've
Yay.
We did it.
Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm
Us.
offended, and I intend to follow
Yeah.
these people on Twitter and hold them personally.
Oh my god, he said Twitter. That's so stupid.
I mean, Twitter existed when the first game came out.
I know, it's just weird hearing the narrator like going like, I'm going to make a Twitch longer and really lay into these fools.
Yeah.
Really about no frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
You sound like Scar from The Lion King to me.
Really.
A little bit. Oh my
A
god.
little bit of Jeremy Irons.
A tiny bit. Jeremy Irons is spookier, so he sounds scary.
Yeah.
It's the original
The
Office.
irons. Jeremy's iron.
Hop, 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 hop.
Jeremy Irons is one of the few
Come over here.
people whose eyebrows can outact himself.
I want to show you something.
Okay. Sure, Mr. Kevin. We'll go into the vent. What the fuck could this possibly be? I watched some of the new Lion King, the live action one.
I'm sorry.
It's not great.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. a look.
Okay.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of
All
my
the memory
life
zone because it eats
whenever
up
I
all your
want.
computer's memory.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
This is so. This is really funny. Those are cool painted backgrounds. All right.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Shapes,
Oh, the waste.
graphs, cargo. The Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. Indie Box Collector's Edition. Today's best ideas today. I love this stupid little texture. Audience Award, Stanley Parable. The BAFTA went. The Last
That's
of Us. That's pretty good. Good times.
BAFTA looks like.
That's what the mask looks like on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the Stanley Parable by the narrator, 2013. Our first car, our first kiss, my first car. Jesus Christ. Clicks. Linguists identify 15,000-year-old ultra-conserved words. What? Two dozen words whose sound and meaning have survived the past 15,000 years. Business blog.
Sounds like you got competition.
Yeah, I will kill him. Business bloggers at Harvard Business Review discussion a variety of business topics, including managing people, innovation, leadership, and more. TechCrunch.com. The end is never the what everyone's saying the end is. Buy on Steam or download the demo free. Mozilla Firefox start page. The original remake. Goddamn. Smile because it happened. Oh my god, a Stanley Parable disc, bits of music. The first dollar. I hate when people do this shit. Oh, the thing you
Demo.
the demo you could play at the events they went to. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. That's really funny. Unachievable and no, it's not. British Academy Games.
Winnie.
I read it as gnome innovation first.
Ooh. New video game
Bring it
released today.
surprisingly down to earth.
Rutger goes from scandal to new crisis. 50% off designer hats. But a small creature owns the other half. Late edition. Today, sunny, hot, humid, high 92. Tonight, clear, partly cloudy, warm. Really, really bad weather, in my opinion. No weather should ever be humid.
I don't know, I could use some rain to slow things down at work.
Beta work in process. It's been raining over here, too. And it did indeed kill my power earlier today.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. In loving memory, little Stanley. A mouse.
I think it's a hamster or a guinea pig of some sort.
A schmanster.
Everyone's favorite pet.
Is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Stanley writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created.
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable
Gym
was.
positions.
It was literally every game
To them
ever
for-
created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games
I believe
at all.
they
It isn't even
specifically
the Stanley Parable anymore.
like,
It's just a husk now.
contacted
Lifeless husk
Sterling to ask
with
her
an
about
hour of new
like,
elevator content.
name and pronoun stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool of them.
Yeah. I just watched one of her videos. It was very funny. The Minecraft. Portal. I feel like this is maintenance, memory zone maintenance. I'm gonna have to come down here. Absolutely, for sure, 100%.
2013 Minecraft.
Yeah. Person of the year. It's me, male 1. There he is.
I remember that.
And there's the other female model that they use. Oh my god, it's the the engine they built it in. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I've used those tools, but I can't remember what they're called. I think it's like Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the development tools for like source engine stuff.
One of the guys I went to school with showed me how to use it for a little bit, but I did not learn much. For Scott,
I very briefly tried to get into map making, but it was very difficult.
It does not seem easy. Your number is 29. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Sure.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
They wrote new things for the...
Left alone to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
All right.
The only reason that I wanted to learn how to make maps in the Half-Life 2 engine is because I was making Gary's Mod comics at the time.
Mm-hmm. I really, really wanted to ever get into Gary's Mod stuff, but it was... I just never found it.
But I wouldn't give to go back.
I played a lot of it with friends back in like 2005, 2006.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
We played Gary's Mod before you had to buy it.
Oh, jeez.
We played the original Gary's Mod when it was free.
When it was literally a mod made by Gary.
Yeah.
Good
I
job,
also,
Ken.
speaking of Minecraft, I also played like the original beta version of Minecraft before it was released.
I played that as well. I played it at school. Oh, the Steam reviews are like in the pit. Because they're Steam reviews.
That's
and
very
there's
funny.
millions of them. Recommended.
Which is funny because this game has like overwhelmingly positive Steam reviews.
They found the bad one.
I've seen people who are weird about the games made by these people.
Mm.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley
Like people who get weirdly hostile about that, what was it, beginner's guide?
Oh yeah, people really don't like that one. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a I'm pretty sure that it's just all fictional, but I when I was playing it, I kind of got sucked into the story, because if Coda is a real person, then Jesus Christ,
I believe that's the case.
Oh really? I mean, well, Jesus Christ, it's still interesting.
No, I said I don't believe they're like,
Okay.
it's a real thing. I said I'm pretty sure it is fiction.
Mm. I guess for those of you who haven't, go play this beginner's guide. I think it's pretty good, and it has a really good like wham line at the end with a bit of text you can read.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Noodles chef.
Tell me if I'm preachy.
Damn, they're calling these people out.
This is actually quite
That's
shocking
funny.
for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel
Dialogue?
right in areas it
This.
didn't. Well, I always
This is monologue.
but maybe it was.
Dialogue requires two people.
Nah.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable.
You think there are
isn't
people who
quite as
tried to make
stirring as I always
Stanley a sexy man?
I bet they are, but why?
Or like not
would-
necessarily like a sexy man, but tried to make like a thing out of Stanley and the narrator.
Probably. Absolutely, that
No.
exists.
Definitely, yeah.
That patient voice.
You guys see that comic that was going around a little while ago of like
Long-winded explanations of what's happening. I
a
wish there
woman
was skip
dating
button.
her coworker who was in fact a talk bubble?
Well,
No,
yes.
what?
Yes,
That,
I think we can
huh.
do that. If
It was
I
like
truly
just some
felt
doodles
guilty,
this
then
artist was
maybe I will
doing
skip
like a
ahead
series of
just a
them
moment.
about
Surely
like
it couldn't hurt. Not if it
a woman
means
dating
like these
another
negative
woman
reviews
coworker,
from
except that woman
only
coworker is a
positive reviews of the
a
Stanley
talk
Parable.
bubble in a
That's my motto today.
in the comic format of the doodles.
I do
Huh.
anything for the customers, Stanley.
That's
Yes,
cool.
a skip button we shall have.
It was cute.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you.
No hesitation.
Go back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
We're gonna stay here and
So
listen.
my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Yeah, sure.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
Okay.
You are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time.
I'm sure
by
Schrodinger's
virtue of
guy.
the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto.
They really want you to hit
But
this
I'm
so
going
bad.
to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto
They really want you to do it so bad. They just wrote nothing.
It is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation. And I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other. In which case, the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It
Interesting.
is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go.
I mean,
Treatise, manifesto.
repeating.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
There.
Treatise,
Okay.
manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
My question is,
Treatise, Manifesto.
After the baby thing,
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
do you... How long
Manifesto.
do you think they did this?
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
Don't know,
Treatise. Manifesto.
but I will tell you that I don't think there is
Treatise. Manifesto.
there is anything at the end of this bread trail.
Manifesto.
Okay.
Treatise. Manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
Yeah,
that's
no
the
kidding.
power of the button. The minute I started to go off on a thoughtless
I'm gonna leave this game on one day and just sit there and listen to it.
Poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit
Word's
the
doing
wording of
Clockwork
their
Orange to
or just
himself.
change some of the wording.
You can't kill
I'm
me.
gonna let
Honest,
Omelette
I don't
du
even know what
fromage,
things
but
they're
treatise
referring to.
manifesto.
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one
There's
was...
no door.
I want to say
Slightly
maybe
concerning.
30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? Stanley! Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every
This
one
is just
of
the
those walls.
plot line from the movie
And
Click.
there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
Christ.
There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here and more. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped
Okay.
keeping track.
I thought that was the monster.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved
Well,
for
what
one
was-
entire year?
I heard a sound like something dragging across something, and I think it was somebody touching something.
There is only the
No.
turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest
I was like,
time.
is there a monster in this dark room with me? Am I gonna die? I'm in danger.
I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Do one lap
And when
around.
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Did he die? The clock stops.
Stop.
Oh, are we in the frozen time?
I don't know.
Batteries ran out, I guess.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertainer. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able...
Interesting. How many skips did they program in?
The end is never the end, 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 is the end, is never the end.
I know how many skips there are, and I'll tell you right now, it's probably more than you think.
Okay. Water's dripping in now. Oh! Water damage now. Oh, the button's depressed. Oh, okay. That's what that noise was. It was the button undepressing.
Oh.
Light come in now. Alright. This got terrifying. Alright. I'm waiting for aliens or something. Am I gonna get jump scared by one of these? Damn it. Don't laugh at me. Tell me.
No, there
Okay.
won't be.
Stanley!
TT, you piece of shit. Why would you do that to me on purpose?
You invoked the word jump scare.
It kind of worked, is the problem. I was talking to Sarah, and you yelled, and I had to move my hands very quickly, but you aren't here, so we're fine.
Well, welcome to the world.
I did it.
All life is gone. Everything is decayed.
There are a lot of skips in there.
18 in total.
That's a lot of skips. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
It's
Oh,
even...
good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It's time for some new content, y'all. Ah, it takes us to the end. Curious what happens if you do this. Nothing. Okay, double check. Go up the thing. Into that
You see,
new.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
It's been pretty funny to me.
Stanley Parable was a landmark. and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense.
Oh, we're going faster.
I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never the end again.
Far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions. Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Investor Showcase?
Perhaps. Taste the sequel. Pyramid, Genevieve, Sip, Whiz Fizz.
Yeah.
Those are some good drink names. I love Sip.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation.
I've been in an
and
office like this.
long-term
It
franchising
sucks. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted new hotness. Sure.
And part of the chart do be read.
More TSP. Better TSP. One win-win sequential mindshare. Pyramid shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client centric marketing. The color red. Leverage. Holistic value. 1, 2. This is really funny.
That's pretty good.
I like that image a lot. I am the left brain. The fern. But there's 2 ferns.
Yeah.
You think, guys, should we be Game Jam 2? The sequel to Game Jam?
I mean, this is making a compelling case.
I think we're going to be Game Jam 2. Oh my god, they have so many fucking logos. Thanks for attending my meeting.
Wait, that one logo is just the Resident Evil thing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? That's the beginner's guide right there. I bet these are all references to different titles.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think The Last of Us was one in there.
Yes. 2 Stanleys.
Whoa.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely
Who took the red marker? Me.
concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I think this is going to be our next Tales of Harbor writing meeting. We're going to have a quick scrum. Do our design pitches. We're going to take a break. Then we're going to pitch design. And then we're going to just have a talk about the number 2. I hate these. Oh, somebody's really into it. Don't talk to me before I've had it. My sequel. Damn it.
That's a pretty good mug.
I saw the Investor Showcase. Don't talk to me. I want that fucking mug real bad.
Seems like it's almost like a Jackbox merch.
A little
Yeah.
bit, right?
Like it sounds like one of the joke boat bits.
Oh,
the
it's-
slogans.
New features. New content.
That's a bus.
Aw, City, man. Euro 6. I want to go to a TED Talk and sit next to a bus.
What?
I want to go to a TED Talk Damn it. Ted,
Ed, what's the
we'll get. Oh, wait, hold up. We'll get there. Say.
I think that mug just says who farted.
It sure does. TT, go ahead and get your dunk in.
idiot?
Get your dunk in real quick.
Ned Knock idiot.
There we go. I want to go to a TED Talk and sit next to a bus as part of the TED Talk. I want the presenter to be like, some of you might have noticed that there's a bus here.
Would the TED Talk be about buses?
No, it's about, I don't know, like transportation or something.
So yes.
Or maybe not even
The
transportation.
answer to the thing I just asked.
Maybe
yes.
something different. I don't know, man. I'm not that smart. I can't give a TED Talk. I'm a fucking dick.
You
So-
could definitely give a TED Talk.
About what?
That doesn't really matter.
Sounding a non-profit.
That's what TEDx was designed for.
That button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in game.
Dangers of too much acid in a pool.
Yeah. There you go.
You'll die. Let's see. The button that says the player in the game, jump circle, infinite hole. Consistent quality with just the right amount of chain. Ray traced, more of the same, but in a good way sequence. The baby is all grown up. Oh my god.
That's pretty funny.
God.
Please, no screenshots. Fight me.
Quick F12 there.
Yeah.
Merch. Go to merch stand.
Ooh, I want smirch. Can't read that mug. This shirt has 2 lines on it.
2 lines. You look
Racing
like you worked
stripes.
at a McDonald's.
Okay. Alright, what the fuck is this? Collectibles. Free, new and easy achievement. Get it here. Okay, well, there's so much to look at. Let's see, there's a jump circle, this map, right there. Free achievement at Q, which is behind us. Says the name of the player, merch. Settings World Champion. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. Office Decorations, Epilogue, Collectibles, Infinite Hole, and Exit. 2. Okay, there's an exit there, but we want to get collectibles first. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You
Those are
simply collect all of
people
them and
reaching
then
for
you
something.
carry on with your unremarkable life.
Reach it for the collectible.
This is very scary.
You tarnished.
I I hate this. I don't want them to look at me.
The dead who yet live.
Yeah.
Hey, Stanley.
And leave.
Ah! Okay, it just kicks you out. I bet we'll find more of them
Oh,
around.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
You think
tragic.
that's a collectible? It's really big, but hey, maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's find all the Stanleys for sure. I bet we can.
Get that achievement.
That's good achievement. It's a free achievement, right? Get yours right now. Welcome to...
Now here's something special.
Ah!
Remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Test achievement.
Okay, Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. I guess I'll come back. No achievement right now. There is a truck here.
Loading dock.
Yeah. You gotta put
What
the stuff
else?
on the thing.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet
Can't show
decided on
hole
this
on
one.
stream.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Gotcha.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
So, do you do another thing if I go again? Oh, the balloon freaked out. Okay. No, I don't think so. Back to the merch stand. There's no Stanley in here, right? Not that I can see. Okay.
And the Stanley collectibles are not just scattered around this expo.
Oh, there's gonna be more places where you can get them. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll have to get all the Stanleys. Let's go to the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Enjoy your new bucket.
Guess I got a bucket.
Bucket.
Time for the...
Anyone give out awards for
What a
most
reference.
enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should
Was it this red
It isn't all.
initially? Or no, it's reflecting the surfaces. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if this says my name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will
Got
say
ya.
your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine...
Hello and welcome to Game Jim.
Falling in love...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Jim push button.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a...
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead,
Jim.
I can't even think about it.
Jim.
I'm taking the Jim button
Jim.
away.
Jim. 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 Jim.
Alright,
It's gone now.
forever. Damn it. I really thought they would say Jim. And I've... I'll never get back there.
I want to get one of those like the heck was that from? Was it the Target Easy button or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Is
bought-
that so it just says
People later.
Jim?
I bought
Made
one.
The nut.
I bought one of those for my mom, because I could not think of a better thing to get her for her birthday.
Yes, we'll go at the end.
I got her an easy
We'll
one.
figure that out later.
It's still in her drawer. Check out the infinite hole after this. I am not the settings world champion.
Nope.
Let's go check out an infinite hole.
I want to have a red easy button, a blue nut button, and a yellow Jim button.
The blue nut button is something that you got to be careful opening. Red,
Yeah.
surrounding area, depth, infinite.
It's easy to make Jim nut.
Jim, nut, Jim.
Oh, that reminds me of there's this person on YouTube who's basically trained their cats to use buttons to talk.
Mm.
And there's just like a whole bunch of buttons that say like single words on the floor, and so the cat will just like walk up and just like start pressing buttons and making
I know
sentences.
that's a thing they've done with apes and dogs, I believe, yeah.
I don't know how.
This is in fact
Effective.
I don't know if it's fake or not, but the videos are pretty funny.
infinite falling.
There's one where the cat is just
End of time, if you
like
a stunning leap forward.
she won't let the cat have treats, and so the cat is just sitting there constantly pressing the button that just says mad, 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 mad. It's just sitting there pressing the button over and over again.
That's really funny. I guess we'll fall down the infinite hole. It'll probably make us have to reset, but fuck it, right?
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared.
That one baseball player in that episode of The Simpsons who falls into the bottomless hole.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Oh, for heaven's sake, you see? I was right. The problem is that you like holes too much.
You're damn right.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
The hole's bigger at the top.
I didn't make
It's coming up.
I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
I was already gonna do it, man.
Well, there it is. Shame of my life. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very... How is this still appealing to you? I know it's obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole. Now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Okay. Zara? Oh, never mind. What's about to happen?
I don't know.
Somebody was smoking hardcore. Sure. Okay, but
Turned into like the Outer Wilds.
a little bit, right?
God.
That, what is that? What?
This is pretty funny.
I showed you my office. Please respond.
Stanley? Stanley?
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Doodle pip.
Toodle pip indeed. Going back down again. Okay. That one was pretty weird. Oh. Back in the expo hall.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Go on. Try out some of the new
We've done just about everything, right? Except for the exit.
Yeah.
You heard Jim in the game. You heard Jim in the game. Is the button still gone? I just need to know. This is for research purposes. It is, okay. This will go to the exit. This bucket is so odd. Achievement is still not achievable. Collectibles are collected. To the exit. Up here. Whoop. Oh, wait. The jump circle we didn't do either. I guess it's right there, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We still have 10 jumps left. I was right. All right, I'm gonna keep those.
Save those. Put them in my back pocket.
You never know when you need 10 jumps, man.
It's true.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Hey, Stanley.
You mug.
Oh, it's a illusory thing. It's curved, so it looks at you.
Please,
So, Stanley,
no
what do you
screenshots.
think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Always.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
That's all the stuff.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
There's a collectible right
Hold
there.
on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh no.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Wow. This is the most AAA, like, fucking video game intro thing.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think we're gonna find it naturally, but I was hoping to run across the restart game voice we were talking to.
The which one?
We had to restart the game a bunch of times at the start of this. This is like,
Oh, you're right.
The sliders?
Yeah, the slider.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get there, but
Oh, okay.
it does come back.
Okay. Oh, it's a long process.
Remember all those collectibles?
Oh no.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
That's one of the things you have to do.
Okay.
Push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every...
Let's see if the changes all made it in.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're good.
The bucket.
We're okay.
No.
Stanley felt the
Take
Get
that
bucket.
yourself a bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
All right.
Hang on. Go back. Go back out. Go back. Jump out that window again.
Okay. With our bucket this time.
Yeah.
We're ready for the unknown.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I forgot how difficult this is to do. There it is.
Yes,
Whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
we've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception.
This is so much.
This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket?
At this, the bucket furrowed its brow,
No,
said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vault.
Zero, what the
I was
fuck?
young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a...
Why does Stanley sound like a witch?
This is so stupid!
What?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form.
What?
Transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
So here's the thing about this bucket.
Uh-huh.
This, if you are carrying the bucket,
Uh-huh.
it changes almost every ending in the game.
Whoa.
Almost every ending has a non-bucket and a bucket version.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, and that was one of them.
Oh, man. Okay. That, I'm gonna have to spend some time digging through this.
And there are also the collectibles now scattered around.
In different endings and stuff.
Yeah, in different places.
Okay. We've been going for almost 2:30, so I think we'll call it here on the sequel.
I mean, that was a pretty good ending. We defeated the bucket.
We defeated the bucket. I need to get back to editing anyway before work. So, mad. Hey, folks. Thanks for swinging by and watching whatever the fuck that just was. That was...
Yeah, it's pretty wild. There's the flowchart I was looking at. There is a vanilla game version of it, and then there is the bucket.
the
ultra deluxe
content.
version of it, and it's significantly bigger.
I bet there's a lot of new stuff. Golly, that's pretty. I like that game a lot. It's pretty cool. I believe there's still some cheating going on with card sharking, so gonna throw us on over there. I know people are probably over there, but hey, it's nice to do still. I cannot actually wait to play Card Shark myself. That game looks like a lot of fun. Why was the bucket with an evil... Whatever.
Let's not worry about it.
I know. I should have just not... Hey,
I didn't know what would happen. I saw the flowchart going that way.
It's a good flowchart.
It said kill bucket, and I was like, all right,
We'll do it.
let's do that.
Ale Jester.
We don't have a lot planned for the rest of the week, so swing by channels later. Sunday there's more Art Soup, and then Monday I believe there's something new happening.
Yeah, Monday we should be starting up a playthrough of Wildermyth with. It sounds like we got 5 people, so
Excellent.
we will be playing our own characters and getting into silly situations and watching their legacy grow.
I can't wait personally.
That's good.
What else? There's the KOTOR playthrough going on right now, which
might be on hold for the next bit.
Yeah.
Because Shakes and Ellie are going to be busy, but it will be resuming at some point. Just it is currently on hold.
And then on Friday, I'm going to be playing through some more Final Fantasy 2. Just because I'm going to beat them all. I want to get to 6 and I want to get to 7.
No, we're running out of time.
Oh, bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
And